What's going on, traders? Welcome to my stream. In this video, I'm gonna discuss all my trades for today and yesterday. Monday was strong, Tuesday was strong, and then Wednesday. And Wednesday everything started to go to slow down. So the majority of my trades lately have been pretty much about a 10% or maybe 15%. So not super excited, but soon enough, if you take like 15%, two or three times, you're gonna be, doing pretty good. Anyway, today we had actually a short squeeze, and I'm glad I, respected my rules and not got stuck short. The ticker over here was Ranny over here. Ranny, I took it a couple times long while we were in the pre-market, and I thought we're just gonna, continue to sell off at the open. Ranny was a 47 milli float. I don't know what the market cap was or whatever, but we had a couple of traders come in and try to go long. They made some money on the front side, about from 120, hit like 160, and Ranny was the one that really squeezed the shorts. And I was actually short around 390. And then I covered most of it 116 half. And the other half I covered at like 140. So I did initially initially Ranny I was long bias and then I flipped short bias. Soon enough that was the thing to do here. Um you can see so here that Ranny we hit 150 out of the open, and then we sold off a bit. And then after 10:30, you can see 10:30 on the dot. The longs to control, and I got stopped down on my other half. And soon enough, the ticker actually ran to 240 from 140. Very, very strong Friday price action. The other ticker that I made money today was XTRX. Was another ticker that had news the company was set to acquire. We had this wedge pattern in the morning. I started long, right around 115, 120. You can see some of my long was around 113 to 127. That was the backside. So my first long was over here. Made around 120 to 145. Made around I don't know, 10% over here. So enough it hit 180. And then soon enough I made some money on tried to go long at 113 and then sold the bounce. So from here to here. And soon enough after that it kind of just rolled over, and that was the end of it. We had a couple of trades here in the morning. ARTV, we had a downtrend break around 560. We spiked up to 640. So from here to here, they were around 15%. GWH, I also bought this one around 6-ish. We had the first green day bounce at 566. So I ended up buying it a piece at 6 with a 580 stop. Soon enough, it hit 660. Then we came back down. I actually got stopped out. I lost money. So I gotta write in my notes to take profits when I'm up 10% because I was up initially from 660. I was up 10%. So I took no money out. I thought this GWH is gonna be a better first green day bounce, but it wasn't. But the majority of the profits that I made was Ranny long. Actually, I lost on Ranny. Ranny short, 140 to 116, and then I actually should have flipped long once the ticker broke 154 was the pre-market highs. I didn't think it had it in it, and it actually did. XRTX, nothing I could have done different. I went long, was short, got out, went long, got out. That was my profit. ARTV was just a typo here, buying at 550, hit 640. That was like a 15%. GWH buying at 6. I didn't take any of it out at 6 and then pretty much rolled over. So not much I could have done different. Definitely respected my rules today because I was short at 140, covered 116, and then covered the rest at 140. So initially I had a bigger chunk of profits on this Ranny easy to borrow stock. If you check my yesterday's stocks, yesterday's trade, this is my yesterday's trade. These are my yesterday's trade. The majority of my tickers, you can see so here that if I have like my average gains around 14.4%, And you can see, so PRAX here was the one that I made money yesterday, buying around 150. Actually, not that, yeah, 150, and it hit 200. I sold 170. I did make around from here to here around, I don't know, 20, $15 a share, bought and sold. That was kind of like, so this is a uptrend wedge pattern formation. Uh, phase three, I made 720. WHWK, that was another ticker I bought it right about here and then sold it. I was looking at the daily, it had room all the way to 380, and I bought it at 320, sold it 366, and that was on 2,000 shares, so I netted 760, and then this ticker just blasted through 320 to 440. That was another ticker, and VIVK, you see that I made most amount of profits on VIVK. VIVK, I pretty much just bought it right there at 54, and I actually fat finger it. In case of buying 10,000 shares, which in my normal position, I bought 100,000 shares on that dip there, right here on the dip, and then I sold the rip. So amazingly, I got, I oversized on this long. There's a pre-market breakout of 54, and then sold it at 62. So primarily this was a 10% gain. WHWK, probably another 10% gain. Um, PRAX, another 10% gain. And the majority of my ticker RANI was, 140 to 116. Let me calculate that. 140 minus 116 divided by 1. That's a 17% gain. On the short side, XRTX, that was, from 122 to 140, that's around a 14% gain. And 112 to 128, that's another same thing, 12% gain. And these are just, I should have made a little bit more out of IRTV, could have made, because I was long in 550. Could have made another, I could have made 60 cents a share on this trade because I was long 550 right in the morning. And GWH, I was long in the 6 range and I was up 10%. So a lot of my trades lately have been primarily 10%, 10%, 15%. That's kind of like my average trade, been around 15%. The only tickers that I really make a lot of money are usually, we're in the beginning of a strong bull market. Ticker broke pre-market highs. In this situation, Ranny here, I should have taken this long because we broke pre-market highs. So here we broke at 150 and I was initially short. I could have went long at 150, but I had a short bias on it. Those are like kind of like the tickers that happen throughout these last 2 days. I took, I have, I don't know, five trades and like two flats. Primarily, I've been respecting my rules. I'm gonna type, get you guys to see most of my rules that are right here. These are kind of like, um, I've been respecting my rules, like rally, for example, or what is it, Ranny, for example. If you take a short, make sure you cover the short. It comes back to your entry. I covered half in profits, and the other half I covered for flat. So not a lot of things that I can fix here, but the primarily problems today have been, just getting stopped out and not taking 10% profits. Like my two problems that I not taking profits and getting stopped out. Like primarily, but great activity here for Ranny. Ranny really impressed me. I should have taken this long. I just thought it was gonna sell off, tell you the truth, but I was wrong, I guess. And soon enough, Randy ran from like $1.20 to 2.30. Impressive. So I'm glad we have some volatility because the last 2 days have been primarily base hits, and I took like 8 base hits and like two flats. I'm just hanging in there and waiting for another strong, bull market or bull activity. But respecting my rules, I have a big list here of all my rules. I don't know if you want to copy paste it or something. but respecting my rules, and I'll share that with anybody that wants to talk about that. But primarily every single week, I look at all my losses and wins. I try to get better over the weekend, and soon enough, that's what I did, and that's how you get better to win, and improve your win rate. Other than that, see you all in my next video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a weekend video, but so far, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I made huge bank, and Thursday, Friday is just slowing down and watching my sleep score. Actually, I was playing way too many video games yesterday because the market was a little cold, and my whoop score came down to 42% recovery. So, um, just just too many blue screens. But anyway, see you all next week, and peace out. Hope you guys succeeded and made good trades.